Hello, everyone. After what has been a very busy week, very busy week. So, lots of questions. George Santos, 13 accounts. Gonna have to have a look at him. Now, it is, of course, the first week of me doing longer lives again because, the last few months I've been only doing an hour. But no, so it'd be a good time to go back to doing a slightly longer one. I used to do 2 hours, sometimes even longer. So I'm going to do an hour and a half for a while and see how that goes, and then maybe extend it back out to the 2 hours. We'll just see how it goes. Because I really love doing these things for you. But rough few months, but everything's picking up. Yeah. So, George Santos, let's have a look at just how Trump is doing. What is he feeling? Where is he at? The Hunter Biden thing, I don't know. I think the more it gets read on. Hi, Kathy W. Hi, Apple. Yes, I've been had a interesting couple of months with some health scares and all that, and my mum being ill. My mum is nicely settled into a lovely nursing home. They cover everything, and still the way hi Yvonne White. It's a state-run one, but they're very good. My sister used to work there, so trust in her opinion. And it all comes out of they have a daily rate that comes out of their pension, but they also make sure that it doesn't take up all of their pension, so that they still have a portion of their pension that they put into a special account. And if they want to get things and buy some things, they've got some money there to do it. So we're very lucky to have that sort of a system here in Australia. And from my experience, the state-run nursing homes opposed to the private ones, well, I'm not impressed with the private ones. But yeah, so she's very comfortable. She's very happy. She's slowly making friends. And and thank you for all the good wishes and everything that for the last few months. It has been an interesting few months, just adjusting the camera a little bit. Yeah. So we're going to be looking at George Santos. We're going to be having just a little look at where Trump is at. What the next few weeks, like maybe the rest of May, is looking like for Trump. The Hunter Biden, thank you very much. I'm flying over to see Mum in July, and I thought, well, I'll just grow my hair out. Haircuts are so expensive, aren't they? I'll grow it out, and then after I get back, then I'll cut it short again. Yeah, but yeah, I love putting little clippy things in my hair anyway. So, the Hunter Biden thing. Look, hi Sandra Henderson. It's not going to go anywhere because they shot themselves in the foot. If they hadn't interfered with the laptop, looked at it, gotten into it, accessed it legally, they might have actually been able to have some sort of a case to bring against him. It's certainly not his father. But I'll tell you right now that it's just going to hang around like a pain in the butt till after the election. Let's have a look at Dianne Feinstein. She's back at work after a month off, but she is. I don't know that she has Feinstein much left in her. Bless her. So we'll have a look at her. Is there anyone that you'd like me to look at? I said hello. Hi, Sandra. To anyone in particular you guys would like me to look at? Mhm. I wish I could find that pair of dice I bought at Comic-Con. I got a lovely little pack set here as well. I bought another two at Comic-Con and polyhedral dice, and I wanted to past, future, present with them, but I've got to find the dice. And I do have my eye on a nice little set from Amazon, but that's going to have to wait. Anyway, yeah. So is it? Does Jack Smith have proof Trump sold documents? I'm getting yes, but of course I will have a look at the cards because the yes could just be wishful thinking. So Smith have proof. Oh, the other thing I'm interested about, that Trump sold documents, is this kerfuffle with the security tapes from Mar-a-Lago. What is going on there? Apparently, they've gone directly to the company because they just thought, we'll go in and we'll get rid of a few things that show up. The company, I'm not talking about the company here, the security staff at Mar-a-Lago, but because it's all gone through a company, the company have the originals. So Mar-a-Lago tapes. Tapegate, we'll call it. We'll have a look at that. What will come of that? It is Saturday the 13th of May, so it's a not quite Friday the 13th. So I was thinking maybe tomorrow morning, would you guys like it if I do a not quite Friday the 13th spooky special? I'd be very happy to do it. Be a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with those. And if you would like me to, after this, after I finish today, why don't you go into the comments and put a place you'd like me to look at? If I've looked at it before or I know a lot about it, might not, but it doesn't have to be a place either. It could be a legend. Not touching the Mothman. He scares me to bejibbers. But if you want me to look at a local legend, and I won't do Skinwalker Ranch because that's just being done to bejesus. Go into the comments and put down if you'd like me, something you'd like me to look at after I've finished today. So I will schedule a not quite Friday the 13th spooky special for tomorrow morning my time, Saturday night your time. So we don't want it too late. So I'll probably do about the same time, 9:30. Okay. So so we've got Mar-a-Lago tape gate. Anyone got any more questions? Got news over the next couple of months. Don't know how long it's going to take because we've got to do it. I will be moving into the front room, which is currently the projector room. It's a bedroom. And we've decided to make some changes. So I'm going to get a whole room all of my own. Currently, I'm in half of the dining area. So I will be moving. So one weekend might not be unavailable. So yeah, looking forward to that. What else are we going to look at? Okay, well, what we might do is we might make a start. And I say we because it is me and you guys, your energy joining me and talking and chatting with me and chatting with each other, and the excitement I get from you. Hi, Jenny Penny. Oh, yeah, that's Georgia State Reps. Georgia fake electors, yeah. The state reps as well. Leave office. What's ailing Jamie Foxx? I've been seeing the stories a bit. Obviously, it is something that then the family are not ready to talk about. I feel it might be, hi, Shelby Lisa, I feel it might be neurological. And but being in hospital for 3 weeks, I feel it might be neurological. He might even have had a stroke, but I don't want to go into it too much because the family haven't come out and said anything. I do feel it could be neurological, possibly a stroke. Maybe not a bad one, but I do feel that he's got more health issues coming. So apart from saying that, I think we will leave that the Fox family to their privacy. But yeah, I do feel it's neurological, and I do feel he has more health issues coming until they're ready to share more. That's, I know they're celebrities and things like that, but there are some things that really they deserve privacy as we would. So, but yeah, that's what I feel with Jamie Foxx, is it's definitely neurological, and I do not think his health troubles are at an end. So, yeah, and possibly even a stroke or a series of mini strokes involved. But otherwise, other than that, not really going to go into it too much. Hi, Rose Blue. Haven't seen you in a little while. Welcome back. So we've got quite a list today of things to do. Got my little Zen garden in front of me. And I just shared some news earlier that my headquarters in the house will be moving over the next few months. Hi, Leslie King. Hi, Eleanor. So let's get, guess what? Finally persuaded James to get a new mobile. He doesn't want anything too fancy or anything. So what we got was, it looks like it's for Opal. It's it's a relatively cheap one. It was an unlocked one, so we could put his card in, and it's actually pretty much based on the first or second smartphones that we had. So he started using it, and he was really comfortable with it. So, because honestly, he really did need a new phone. But yeah. You're visiting a non-woo-woo friend I missed a lot in 2 weeks. A non-woo-woo friend, so you missed a lot. Oh, someone who's not into, yep. Hi, Patricia Francino, Leslie King. Hi, Eileen. Haven't seen you in a little while. Welcome back. I have started this week doing a longer live starting at 9:30. So they'll be from 9:30 till 11. Now, as you know, I've been doing 10 till 11. But yeah. Now let's get some cards out. So I got a bit of a list. We'll work our way through it, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hi, Uncover the News. You're watching the Eurovision semi-final. You know, Western Australia, there's a band there in there. I saw the article this morning. Hang on. We could have a little bit of fun. And let's see how the WA band goes. Let's see. Oh, no, that's... Oh. Let's have a look. See if I can find that story. Yeah, so Australia's entry is a band from WA. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, well, no, don't worry about it. Anyway, you like Switzerland and Cyprus. Okay, so let's start off with George Santos. 13 charges, federal charges. Kevin McCarthy is trying everything to keep him and not get rid of him because, of course, he does need his vote. That's pretty obvious. Let's go. Where is George Santos going to end up? I got popped into my head extradition. So he's certainly going to end up being extradited back to Brazil. Voyager, that's it. Yes. Voyager, that's the band. Yeah. I am so sorry to hear that, Aline. Thoughts and prayers to your family, yourself. It's bad enough when someone does that. Yeah, so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. So please, everyone send some comforting energy to Aline and her family. It's I've seen the impact of such acts and on the families who are left behind and their friends, and it is so hard. That person is beyond help now, and it might sound trite to say that they are in a better place, but they are. So comforting energy and healing energy to Aline and your family. So I'll do a little prayer. Universal Spirit, please send Please have everyone come together to send comforting and healing energy to Aline and her family after this tragic event. Okay. Patricia, hi. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to George Santos. Will these charges, will he go to jail? Will these charges result in, well, let's have a look. Will he be found guilty? Now we've got the Three of Wands virtue, but it's tipped upside down. It's in the reverse. This means that he's not to virtuous activities. Of course, the Three of Wands is about results coming in from your work. So the results for him from his activities are not going to be that good for him. These are consequences to his actions. So I would say that definitely on some of these counts he's going to be found guilty. Will he go to jail? The universe. Well, this is a big life lesson for him because this is a huge negative shift in his place in the universe, in his place in the world. So this could be a no, and in plain yes no parlance, it's no. But we're looking at his place in the world and a big negative shift. Okay. So he's definitely in for a big shock. And that could indeed mean jail, a custodial sentence, because it is also the world universe. It is also about a move, so a negative move for him. Ten of Swords, ruin. Now this is, I'm just going to shuffle the deck again. Ten of Swords, ruin, and it is reversed again. So I had the whole deck upside down, but I'm going to stand with the cards, and I've just sort of mixed them up a bit and put some reversals in and stuff. So I still stand by the cards that have come out. They've come out that way for a reason. So, and it is also reversed. You could say, well, there is still a light there. In the upright Ten of Swords, yes, all is ruined. He's there, he's laying down, but it is the end of a trying time, and there is light. This is reversed. There's no dawn coming for him. It is just the end of one trying time with another coming. Hi, J Cat Lady. Will he be? He's not going to resign, not will. He's going to have to be either expelled, or will he have to resign? Queen of Wands. Oh, this is him. This is him. Real temper. Absolute real temper. We won't comment on the Queen. on his orientations or their orientations or anything like that. But this is definitely him. All of the bad things about the Queen of Wands: hot-tempered, very selfish, very my way or the highway. You do not want to cross them. So this is him fighting, kicking and screaming all the way. He will not go willingly. Two of this change, but there will be a change for him, and it is a negative change. Okay, so he will end up losing his seat. If he won't go willingly, they'll have a recall. I do think a recall might be in it. If he's not going to go willingly, they'll have a recall. Hi, crazy cat lady. Finally caught me. Yeah, I've moved the start of my Saturday mornings forward half an hour. That doesn't mean I'm finishing half an hour early. It just means I'm now doing 1.5 hours on a Saturday morning. Yeah. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be a negative change for him. Will he get extradited to Brazil? Six of Cups. Pleasant. Now, I mix this up, so it's got some reversals, some uprights. Still came out with another reversal. Everything is not looking good for him. Past actions coming back to haunt him. This is a definite extradition to Brazil once the US authorities have finished with him. That's an interesting question, Leslie. But I don't read, even if they're huge public figures like Princess Charlotte and all that, I don't read on children who are under 18, no matter how much in the public eye they are. I don't do it. I do feel she's going to be quite happy. She's especially close to a younger brother. So, yeah, but otherwise, that's about all I'll say. I think she's going to be quite a happy little child. And, yeah, grow up in a very different royal family from what even her dad grew up in and stuff. It's going to be very different for them. But that's about all I'll say, because she is under 18, even though she is very much a public figure. Oh, that's interesting, Elaine. Elaine believes that Santos was given up by McCarthy. Now he says he won't support his bid for re-election. That's nearly 2 years away. Interesting. Hi, Travels. Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen with the DeSantis, with the radioactive material. You can't. That is a huge mistake on his part. Public endangerment. Yeah. DeSantis, I'll have a read on DeSantis. I think these things he's coming out with, it's like he's really gone off the rail. So I'll have a read on him as well. So anyone, look, I think that George, interesting question. Or point. Eileen believes that McCarthy has snitched, basically, on Santos. Did McCarthy snitch on Santos? Let's have a look. 9 of discs. Gain. Yeah. That's a big yes. That is a big yes. If you guys, can you see me clearly? I didn't want the artificial lights on. And is there enough light coming on that you see me clearly? That is a big yes. And he did it for gain. So get rid of the thorn in his side. Have an excuse not to support his re-election. And being sneaky and underhanded. So that he's like, I'll stand by you while you're in there, but I can't support your re-election. But while you're in there, I'll stand by you. That sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got a quick question. The debt ceiling, the US debt ceiling, will that be sorted? Because you guys are in danger of not paying your debts for the first half of May. Will the debt ceiling be sorted soon? The Republicans think that by doing this sort of crap, people will blame Biden, but they won't blame Biden. Because Biden's not the one stopping it from happening. So, will the debt ceiling be sorted out? Nine of Cups, happiness. Yes, it will. Will what they're doing backfire on the Republicans? Eight of Swords, interference. Yeah, it is. They think they've got everything tied up, but it's not going to work because it's reversed. It's Biden's going to find a way through. Will it backfire on them? Yes, it will. They tried to paint him into a corner. The moon, and it's going to backfire in a big way because this is the sort of crap that people are just getting tired of. They think this is crazy. Why are you doing this? You know, why are you making America default on its debts? This is howling at the moon type things, and they're not impressed. Thank you. Yeah. Can be hard to watch someone you love lose a little bit. It's hard on a day-by-day basis, which a lot of people do see. It's hard when you haven't seen someone in a while and you come back and there's that big change, but it is devastating. While they're still aware of things not going right, it is devastating on the person suffering from it. And I think in the end, it's for a lot of people, it's a bit of relief when they get to the point where they're just happy. When will Trump go away? Oh my goodness, what an interesting question. Not sure, but let's have a look. Speaking of Trump, let's have a look at him and see where he is at. Where is Trump at? Where is Trump at? Where is Trump at? Where is he at for the rest of May? Let's have a look. Queen of Bees. Feeling, this is of course in legal, in my interpretation, he's got a lot of legal stuff happening and he's being called to answer for his actions. This is where he's at. Okay, for the rest of May, if he thinks things have been tough in the first week or so, he's got no idea what's coming at him for the rest of May. In his challenge, 10 of Dragonflies, 10 of Cups, the happy family, the happy, in this case, Republican family that he feels he has control of. Okay, this is reverse. Not a happy Republican family. He's going to be finding it harder and harder. Republicans, decent thinking Republicans are thinking it doesn't matter that he was the president. Doesn't matter that we don't have to vote for him. There are other choices and better choices. His grip on the Republican MAGA family, or not so much the MAGA, but the Republican family, he's going to find it harder and harder to keep that. What's the advice for the rest of May for Donald Trump? 7 of Cups. Confusion, illusion. Just accept that your grip on them or your supposed power over them is an illusion, and be prepared to find out how much of an illusion it actually is. Night Rose Blue, thank you for joining us. Take care, okay, with the weather and the flooding and the possible flooding, okay? So he's got to be prepared to realize how much of an illusion his control over the public and the voters and the Republican Party is. What's at the base of all this for Trump this month? Six of Beads reversed. So the Six of Swords, of course, is the end of a journey, or a light at the end of a tunnel after a rough journey. But this is reversed. This journey is going to continue, and there is no light. There is no getting away from the turbulent waters that have been stirred up by his own actions. And this is what is at the base of this reading. Now, bear in mind, this is just for the rest of May. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 outcome cards. 3 if I need some clarification. So we'll start with 2. First outcome card for May for Donald Trump. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Things are going to hit him so quickly. So quickly. He's going to be dodging and ducking for the rest of May, and he's going to be tired out, and there's going to be so much communication coming out. Now, it's interesting. There's no major arcana here as yet. So this is all just relatively, as we're talking, for the month of May. So, and then we have the Knight of Beetles, but reversed. So all of his efforts to slow things down, none of it's going to work. He's already trying to slow things down. So the Knight of Pentacles, of course, is the slowest moving knight. It's bringing things to a halt, almost to a dead stop. It's reversed. It's just not going to happen for him. Hi, Cat Mama. How are you? We are talking about Trump for the rest of May. One more card for Trump's outcomes for May. Oh my goodness, the High Priestess. Now, the interesting thing about this is, first and foremost, at the forefront, it's the crossed keys. The crossed keys are representative of responsibility. There's something where it's going to be borne upon him by the end of May that there is no way he can avoid being found responsible for a lot of things. That doesn't mean he's going to be found guilty of everything by the end of May, but it's really going to be borne upon him that he will be found guilty. He will be found responsible. He won't be able to duck out of this. This is a major arcana, a major life lesson, and a major event. And it's also going to be dawning on a lot of people who have stuck by him. Wow, he really was responsible for all this. Before you go, Rose Blue, she wants to know about Fanny Willis. We've got Jack Smith there, Alvin Bragg, and non-stop punches. Well, yeah, that's definitely here. The non-stop punches with the 8 of Wands, or the 8 of Moths. Valley, you know what? I just got Benny's. She's put Trump on the back burner a little bit. To mess with him, because she's got those electors, and those electors, the fake electors, I've got them on the list here. And she is basically, there we go, we'll let you simmer for a little bit. Let you wonder. He's going to try and get to some of these guys, but he won't be able to. Alvin Bragg, I don't know that he's going to be there that long. I feel like somebody else's energy is going to take hold of that whole case. And do that last stretch, getting it all into court, getting it all set up. I don't know that Bragg is going to be there to see it head into the courts. I feel like somebody else's energy is going to take over. So, So that's Fanny and Bragg in a little nutshell there. How long will Trump's legal issues continue? Well into 2024, sorry. Possibly if he's around after the election, even after then. It's as long as he is around, there's going to be legal issues. That's it. You know. Unless he gets himself locked up in the in Shady Pines home for the terminally deluded under false pretenses, probably, but until he gets himself locked up there, they won't stop. It'll just be case after case after case. Okay, let's move on to somebody who has been doing it tough. So we'll give her, first we'll send out some positive energy to her, Diane Feinstein. Positive energy to Diane. Senator Diane Feinstein. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm going to put a heater on here. It's a bit cool. And I'm going to put on a laptop bag. There we go. Bit of a softer light. There we go. It's not the ceiling light, it's a standard lamp. So Diane Feinstein, guides of the highest truth and compassion, can you please lead me into the energy of Diane Feinstein? With her permission. I wish no rancor. I have no agenda. It's just like to see how this fine lady is doing. Please answers the energy into the cards to provide some answers. Okay. Right. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Diane Feinstein. We've got the Knight of Cups. She's come back in. So she has come back into work in a wheelchair to say, I am still here. But where she once would have been a kingly figure and then a queenly figure, in terms of energy, I'm looking in terms of energy and not ability, but energy. She's, of course, her energy has been depleted. So she's at the stage of a knight. This is the second slowest knight. So this is what we're saying about her energy. It was very fiery. So she's gone from a wand to a cup. But the colour of the knight, the sage colour of the knight's things, she still has much knowledge and advice, but her energy is slowing down. But she feels she still has something to offer, so she's not quite ready to retire. I do think she is going to resign. I do feel like I do feel her possibly lying in state at some stage, but not immediately, possibly some stage in the next couple of years. But that I'm not here to say, it's obvious that she's got some very serious health issues and she is an elderly lady, and, so as to when and how, I'm not here to do that. I'm just saying I do get that feeling of people coming to see her and pay respects. Her challenge Yeah, the Chariot. Her challenge here is holding off something that she has no control over. And that, of course, is her health. It's overwhelming. It's wave after wave crashing in on her. The advice for Diane. Oh, bless. I got time to hand over. I've got the the Ten of Wands, the struggle. She's worked so hard, bless her. She's done so much and she's carried so many burdens for so many other people. It's time for her to pass that job and those burdens onto somebody else. That is the advice. And that's the advice she's getting from her family and health professionals and everything. But she is a very, very stubborn lady. What is the base of this reading for Diane Feinstein? Senator Feinstein? She started looking back. I'm not going to say dementia because I don't know. I don't think that's the case at all. But there's nostalgia. I think she's seen a lot of friends. Oh, Harvey Milk. Oh. I think she knows. And I think, yes, there's a lot of friends that have passed and gone, and she's looking forward to them. But the dearest person she wants to see is Harvey. So I think she's preparing, both consciously and unconsciously. Is she going to resign soon? I feel like this might be the last time she's in there. Three of Swords, heartbreak. She doesn't want to, but she realizes she has to. It's time to let somebody else step in, but it's gutting her. It's heartbreaking for her. This downturn in her health just overwhelmed her, and she's been trying to fight against it with the Chariot here, but she hasn't been able to. And she's realizing it. It's breaking her heart that she's going to have to stop, but she knows she's going to have to stop. The Hierophant. Yeah, this is a completely different Hierophant to the one that Trump got. This is her following the institution and allowing the institution to do its job. In this case, knowing that with Newsom in, he will replace her with a Democrat and all that. Or if she passes, yeah, there'll be a special election or whatever. She knows that the institution is in place and it will provide somebody. She's trusting in the institutions. And then the Nine of Wands. I feel like she wants to yield. She knows now that she's still vigilant. It's her nature to be vigilant about everything. But she knows now that but she still wants to stand her ground. This is how hard it is. She still wants to be there. She still wants to be the eyes and the ears of the people of California, and she wants to stand her ground. And it's breaking her heart. that she knows that it's time to let the institution of government do what it does. And perhaps it's time for her to step back, but she does not want to. So she's going to hang on for a little bit longer. Maybe June or July, she might retire. Hi, Celtics here. Oh my goodness, been on for an hour already. Oh, and I'm only down to number 3 on the list. DeSantis. Oh. Okay, let's have a look. Does Jack Smith have proof that Trump documents? Okay, in 3 cards. I'm just going to do 3 cards on a couple of topics, just to 3 cards. Does Jack Smith have proof that Donald Trump sold documents to foreign countries? In 3 cards. The universe, that's the world. 4 of Pentacles, keeping things close to his. But the priestess, secrets. Yes, he does. Big yes, the world. Helping others with their place in the world. Jack is keeping things close to his chest. The High Priestess. He documents. Proof in writing. Receipts. But he's keeping things close to his chest and he's playing the game. I feel like he's got a game here. He's telling Trump, if you run, we will charge you with treason. We have enough proof here to make sure you can never run for public office again, like the 14th Amendment. Yeah, he does have that proof. President being charged with treason. Wow, what a big thing that would be. Better to make it so that the 14th Amendment. Trump is going to be paying for an awful lot, legal-wise and stuff as well. Do they need to go that extra step, or can they use that to get him out of this political sphere altogether? Okay. Mar-a-Lago tape gate. Okay. Let's see what's going on there. Mar-a-Lago Tapegate. Is there anything to it? Did they delete incriminating? They did. When I was listening to the story before, comments on the stories, or listening to, I think I was watching Linda G, and she was talking about, and I got Russians walking in and out Mar-a-Lago, and other people, known spies. Incriminating. Did they take incriminate sections out of the tapes, security tapes? That's a big yes. Big yes. Justice is a double-edged sword. Of course, Trump told them to remove anything that's, but this is a justified accusation. Another major arcana. This is the second one. A high priestess. There are things they want kept hidden. Will they be found out? Will they find the hidden segments? Okay, now also definitely things that he stabbed his own country in the back. Proof there. Will those segments have the company backed up all the tapes? Yes, they have. Will they hand over the tapes? Yeah, Trump is not going to be happy. Because the company, if they want to keep going, they're not going to, they could be bankrupted by something like this. The King of Wands, yeah, they will hand over the evidence against Trump. The Georgia fake electors. I am going to do a Not Quite Friday the 13th spooky special tomorrow morning, my time. Same bat time, same bat channel. So if you have some area you want me to look at, some haunted place you want me to look at, some legend, you want me to look at, you can ask tomorrow morning, or you can go and put a comment down below here after I finished. Yeah. Georgia fake electors. Will those representatives have to leave office? Bigger picture. Yes, they will. It's the shift in their place in the world. Possibly travel. Six of Pentacles, an evening of the scales, and leveling out of the scales. There might be some special elections, and guess what? Republicans won't get in. There might be a few more Democrats in the state house in Georgia. as a result of this. What might happen is they might not have to leave, but they will either be primaried out or will run and will still lose. Yeah. I think there are a lot of long-term Republican voters who won't vote. Or if they do vote, they'll vote for an independent. And this is going to be in key seats that have been gerrymandered to the hilt. It's going to be after 2024, Georgia at least, it's possibly going to turn purple. But there will be a more even balance. Might not be a super, I don't know if there's a super majority at the moment, but DeSantis. What's going on with DeSantis with these increasingly autocratic dictatorial tenets? Line Strider, I think. It's the Line Strider Tarot. It sort of borders between the real and the delusionary. It's sort of, for me, it's sort of like when looking at neurological health. What is going on with DeSantis? Something here. I think DeSantis is going to have to withdraw because of health. Six of Swords. See this? They're making their way across the lake to the castle, but look, no one's hanging on to this oar, and I think it dropped an oar loose. He's not got what's needed for him to complete the journey to become the president in that White House. It's like stuck on a sandbank. Oh, lucky you, J-Cat lady. Kitty kisses. Okay. The challenge for it's the star. Now, the star represents hope. It can represent going in a new direction. But this is in his challenge position for DeSantis. And it's like fading hope. This crane is it's not good. Fading hope. That's his challenge. Advice for him. The high priestess. There are hidden things. They're got to listen to wiser counsel. There are hidden things. Why is he making all of these dictatorial things? It's at the base of all this. The lovers. But this isn't the lovers in the usual sense. This is like two things coming together to. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jennifer Barnes. Coming together to work in sync. I'm looking at Ron DeSantis and his health. I think there's two health factors. Neurological. I was? Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for the feedback. I can't remember everything I told someone, but thank you for letting me know that I was right. I know I did a reading for you, didn't I? Yeah. Outcomes for Ron DeSantis, the King of Swords. This is the law. It's like striking down. Some of these things he's bringing in, they're not going to hold up. They're not going to hold up. They won't hold up. For one, they interfere with people's right to worship. But I've also got precision going through my head and surgical precision. You know, he might have to go in for surgery. I think people around him immediately know there's something really, really wrong. Okay, don't. This is not me going, he's going to fall off his perch. This is an unavoidable and irreversible change for him. Okay, not the final, but I do feel very much like it's not going to be Trump who takes him down. It's not going to be taken out in the primaries or in the early stage. It's his health. This thing, all the synapses are not firing. Hi, Robin Blank. 9 of Wands. This is really interesting, again, because we've got the bandage around the head, vigilance with injury, vigilance. Yeah, I do feel like his health. I feel like he's gone a bit too lally, and it's very much neurological, and it's just going to halt everything. It's just going to halt everything. He won't. I don't think he'll fall off his perch, but he's not ever again going to be in the state of health that will allow him to even run his state or run for president. And much of what's going to happen with all these laws he's introduced. 3 of Wands. Six of Wands. And 5 of Cups. Yeah. The consequences of these will be overturned. These will be overturned, I feel. They'll be taken to, the consequences will be to a higher place, court, victory for those challenging them, and loss. So, yeah. Whew. Okay. Now, how about my darlings? Still got a bit of time left. So, something I haven't done in a while. We'll do some single card readings. Now, but different. Raise your vibration oracle deck. Okay, so hi Mimi Rose. It's so nice to see some friends, some wonderful subscribers show up and haven't seen for a while. So the Raise Your Vibration Oracle deck. We're going to do flash. And what it is, if you want a card, put your hand up. And I'm going to, I feel he might have a brain tumor, yes. But there's also something else. Chrissy, what about the dispute with your neighbour? Okay, well, we'll see what the Raise Your Vibration Oracle card says about that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them, right? And then the cards are just going to come off the top of the pile. So, Jennifer Barnes. Oh, you have COVID, Shelby. Oh, sweetheart. Take care, my darling. Okay, Jennifer Barnes. Dispute with your neighbour. What does the Raise the Vibration says? Where there's a will, there's a way. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the steps in the process and it will work out for you, my darling. Hi, I'm Steve. J Cat Lady, I take it you'd like a card. Okay. J Cat Lady's card off the top of the deck. So this is what I'm doing. I've given them a good shuffle. So off the top. Okay. Let's see how many. Ooh, your sexuality is sacred, my darling. Woohoo. You be comfortable. Don't let anyone make you uncomfortable, okay? Or talk down to you, because whether you high libido, low libido, whatever, it is all about you and how you feel about yourself. Never let anyone take your sense of self and your sense of not just sexuality, but sensuality away from you, okay? Tell them if they don't like you as you are, get stuffed and move on. Okay, who else wants a card? Celtic Thea. I am grateful for the earth. You have such a deep connection with the earth and the elements, my darling. But sometimes you forget to ground yourself. I 2 or 3 times a week I take the time to stop and I ground myself. So just stop and take a couple of minutes to do that a couple of times a week, and you will feel that balance return. Okay. Leslie King, shift your perspective. Shift your way of thinking and shift the angle of what you're looking at something, and you will see a way to resolve whatever this issue is that you didn't see before. You just have to look at it from a different angle, possibly from someone a different perspective. Say you're looking at it from the perspective of say a firefighter, where you should be looking at it from the perspective of, say, a police officer. Okay, or you know what I mean? That's just one example. It's not the example that I would put for you, but you're looking at it as from the perspective of this person. But if you look at it from the perspective of someone in a different position, you'll see the way to resolve the issue. Yvonne White, I trust in my gifts. Darling, you're much more intuitive than you think you are. And trust in yourself and your intuition. Okay. Quite often we second guess ourselves. And if you've been second guessing yourself and feel you've lost your way, go back and think of the first thought, the first gut feeling you got when you asked a question about this situation, and you will have your answer. Okay? North Carolina Lieutenant Governor. He's going to burn bright and short. So I don't think he's going to be around for that long. I think he's in for a bit of a fall. Okay. Okay, Mimi Rose. My breath connects me to life. Oh, darling. You've been going so hard, so fast. You've forgotten to stop. Take a deep breath and step back and breathe a little bit. And when you have stopped to take a breath, it's like anxiety's been stopping it in your chest. Sit back, take a step back, relax, roll your shoulders back, put your head up, deep breath, and keep doing it until that breath gets right down into your lungs, right down into the stomach. At first, it might only get to here, but keep doing it. It'll only take a couple of minutes, but keep doing it until you feel it getting right down into your stomach. And do that a few times a day, and you'll find that anxiety is drifting. It's not such a tight hold on you. Okay? That's Mimi Rose. Patricia. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. Don't let anyone invalidate your feeling. If you say, look, I just need to have a bit of time to myself to feel a little bit blue about this situation, so I can just acknowledge it, and then move on. Because there are a lot of people, they mean well, they say, oh, don't get down about it, don't get blue about it. Sometimes you have to acknowledge it, because if you don't, if you just shove it deep down, it's not going to go away. It's just going to be there. Don't let other people tell you that that you should not feel this way, that you should button up and brighten up. It's okay to feel a little bit blue. Let yourself do that. Acknowledge it. And then just say, okay, I know this blue will fade away in time to be replaced with yellow or pink or something much better. Okay? Okay, Tricia, to feel a bit down at times. And it's okay to acknowledge it. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not. Okay? Steve, the world is blessed to have you. Oh, Steve, that is so true. That is so true. You are such a loving and giving person. And I feel that maybe sometimes you feel like overwhelmed, and that such a small part of the world, and that no matter how hard you try, you're not going to make the differences you want to make in the world. You do. Just by being you and doing what you do, you are a blessing because of your generous spirit and the love you have for others. Okay? We are blessed to have you, and the world is blessed to have you. Okay? Tommy Tuberville. He's not going to go away. He's going to be like an annoying itch, but I don't think he's going to be all that effective. Sandra Henderson, card for you. Choose kindness. I know that there are times when we want to just absolutely reach over and slap the person sitting next to us in the head and say, wake up to the world. But sometimes they're going on the way they are because they're so unhappy and they feel so stupid and foolish for buying into things, or they just don't know how to say, I was wrong, because by admitting that they were wrong, they admit that they were foolish and stupid, and for some people that's just an impossible thing to do. There are going to be some people around you who are really, really, really coming in for a hard crash landing and a really big dose of reality. And they're going to be snipey and gripey and grumpy about it. Much as you want to reach over and go, whack, well, what do you expect to happen? Just be, I'm really sorry you'd have to go through this. And, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you through. Okay? So choose kindness over, well, what do you expect? Okay? Okay. Well, look, it's 10:59. Wow. Look at this. Look at all these cards we got through. So I am going to wrap it up for the day. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me, my darlings. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, stay loving, and as always, stay laughing. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for a Not Quite Friday, the 13th spooky special. So I will see you then. Love you all. Please take care. Bye-bye. And if you want me to read on something, go and put a comment in down the bottom of this. Okay? I'll go and check them in the morning before I set up the live. Love you. Bye-bye.